Hi everyone, I hope you've been well. I know, long time no talk. This year I've been pretty active on Instagram, but I really did miss sharing my thoughts in a video format. And I think I kind of hinted at that every time I made a new community post. I wanted to make my comeback extra special and nice, but in doing so I ended up pushing it back from April to May to June and so on. So I decided to just film anything. And so this video was born. Today I'm sharing a bunch of merch I've accumulated over the last couple weeks. Mostly from buy-e, group orders, or gifted to me by my friends. This is actually my second time filming this video. The first time I filmed it, I somehow lost all of my footage. And for a split second, I was like, yep, YouTube is not for me anymore. But I wanted to try again anyway. So what that means for you is that you're not going to see me actually open anything in this video. And what that means for me is that I need to relearn how to be a YouTuber. What you'll notice throughout this video is that if I love a series, I will try to buy a lot of stuff for it. So I'm starting off with my current brain rot, and I think the largest section of this video, all of my Psycho Pass goodies. I don't think I've spoken much about Psycho Pass on this channel, but I enjoyed the anime a lot when it first came out. Even more so than the show, I am obsessed with one particular character, Ginoza Nobuchika. So these first two items are standees from Psycho Pass Providence, which is the latest installment in the series. I loved the movie. If you're familiar with Psycho Pass, the film is actually a prequel to season 3. Ginoza looks so handsome here. A lot of people ragged on his hairstyle, but I loved the bun. He's so cute, right? Next, I have a few other standees. These were actually a bit harder to track down. I believe these came from a collab/cafe event for Sinners of the System and then for Psycho Pass 3. One thing that I find so amusing is that I think Ginoza is the only character who has changed his hairstyle over the years. The ponytail and bangs definitely suit him best though. The next standee is from the Psycho Pass fan club. When I first saw the sample illustration for this one, I lost my mind. He looks so handsome here, right? I knew I needed the standee at all costs, and I think the universe thought I was being literal because why was this so expensive? I don't regret buying it, but ouch. I'm going to cheer myself up by looking at him for a bit longer. Next, I bought a cell reproduction. I actually first became interested in anime cells because of Swiss Bohemian. I think he primarily collects original cells, whereas, like I just said, this is a reproduction. Completely fine with me, I just want to admire this handsome man. This cell used to be quite affordable, but recently the scalpers on Mercari Japan have quadrupled how much they're selling this one for, so I just wanted to grab it before it got even more expensive. And what fangirl's life is complete without a pencil of her fave? My rationale behind this one is that at least I can use a pencil. Next, I picked up a birthday postcard set. Something I really enjoy doing on Instagram is creating birthday posts for my favorite characters, and I think it would be really fun to create one for Ginoza's birthday in the fall. It was just cheaper to buy this bundle than it would have been to buy each card individually. Last, and certainly not least from the Psycho Pass section, are these adorable coasters. I forgot the exact event, but these were from a Psycho Pass 3 cafe. I was kind of iffy about Psycho Pass 3 at first, but I absolutely adore Arata and Kei. They are so adorable. Next is the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint section. This section is going to have a lot of prints and postcards, mostly for Kim Dokja's birthday back in February. I went nuts and bought everything. But first I got this absolutely marvelous standee of Yoo Jung-hyuk and Kim Dokja. They look so handsome here. I think these outfits are based on one of the merch items from volume 6 of the Taiwan edition. I also have this other acrylic standee set. I know, look at that skin. Such a pretty standee. On to all of the art prints. So these are all either from Kim Dokja's birthday events in Korea or from Fanhouse, which is a Taiwanese platform that allows artists to sell their products. There are also some miscellaneous things that I bought secondhand from other fans. Let's just sit back and admire how incredibly skilled and creative the people of this fandom are. I love Omniscient Reader, but the fandom makes it even better. And of course, I am still screaming at the English print announcement. I've already been collecting it in the other languages it's available in, and I've also been collecting the manhwa adaptation. So I'm just really overjoyed that I can collect my beloved novel in English now as well. I don't really know how to put the feeling into words, but thinking about Omniscient Reader and thinking about these characters just makes me feel so happy and so content. And I'm so excited to talk about them with more of my friends. Sapphire, Pyro, and I were talking about it earlier, but we need to throw a release day party. It's that big of a deal to us. It was Yoo Jun-hyuk's birthday recently too, and I bought just as many for him, and I can't wait to receive those. Next, I have some Tears of Themis goodies to celebrate the English server's 2nd anniversary. I have some super handsome coasters and some super spicy postcards from their cafe event. The event was in California, and Cadence from cadencecollects was so sweet and offered to go to the event for me. I'm really lucky to have befriended her, and I'm going to cherish these goodies forever, because a good friend helped me get them, and there's nothing more special than that. For some Korean BL, I have a couple of Punch Drunk Love items. First, I have this gorgeous art board. I really love how colorful this is. I also have some postcards. I think these were freebies that came with orders if you spent a certain amount. I did order other merch like the standees, but I already opened and put them on my shelves. If I remember, I will insert a photo somewhere here. Next, I have some Polaroids and some postcards from My Way With You. I love this BL so much. It is one of the most moving stories I've ever read, and I'm also just a huge fan of Uppy's art. I want to collect all of the merch possible for this series. Next, I also have some Payback merch. My memory is a little fuzzy on this, but there was a Payback cafe event in spring or so, and my friend was in South Korea at the time, and she gave me some of these coasters. I also got a bunch of prints, and I think those prints were part of the cafe as well. A couple months ago, there was a My Love mix-up kuji. I tend to have really bad luck with kuji, so I didn't buy that many pulls. Here's what I did get though. The cutest standee of Hashimoto and Aida. Next, I also got these postcards. As you've probably noticed, I love collecting postcards, so even though this is a lower tier prize, it's a top prize for me. I also got the cutest keychains and buttons in the world. I love the heart-shaped hardware, and I love that the buttons are sparkly. I have a very strong love for glitter and cute things. I'm happy with everything that I did get, but I do want more My Love mix-up merch. So I think I will scour Mercari for other kuji items so I can complete some of these sets. I also bought these adorable barakamon notepads. My goal with buying merch is to have at least one item from all of my favorite series. And barakamon is one of my all-time favorite anime and manga. These memo pads are so cute. I actually just found out that there's a new live-action drama, and I'm so stoked to watch it, once I figure out what streaming platform it's on. Keeping up with the trend of my favorites, I bought some acrylic standees from the Case Files of Julia Richard. This novel is seriously one of the best things I've ever read, but my gosh, these standees are so tiny. They did not look this small online, but it's fine though. I'm happy to have merch of them at all. I also have an autographed copy of the novel. I can't really explain why I love signed editions, but I do like collecting them from time to time, so I'm really glad I can add this to my collection now. Next, I have an acrylic standee and coaster from Therapy Game. These are some of the store bonuses that came with Therapy Game Restart Volume 4. I did buy the bonuses for Volume 3 as well, but they're already on my bookcase. Therapy Game is still one of my favorite manga, and I can't get over how intimate this coaster is. I just love it so much. I also got this beautiful coaster from恋が落ちたら, one of my favorite BL manga. Lately, I've been in my DILF era, and the male lead in this manga is scrumptious. I don't know what it is with BL fans and coasters though, but a lot of coasters resell for so much money. I'm really glad I was able to buy this for a price that I was personally comfortable paying though. Next, I picked up some merch from comi-comi's ongoing anniversary event. Even though I really love acrylic standees, I don't have the space to display them all. So I bought a lot of these coasters instead. These were originally blind items, but I've never been a patient person, and I wasn't about to start today, so I opened these the day that I got them. I thought 12 coasters might have been excessive, but I'm really surprised that I only got 2 doubles. One of the comi-comi manga that I really wanted merch from is嫌いでいさせて. So for that series, I bought this really cute candy keychain and standee. I also bought this postcard book and small acrylic plate from Bean. I already have some merch from this series, so I'm going to try and set up a little corner for this adorable family. You may have thought that Psychopaths or Omniscient Reader were my favorite series in this haul, but this next manga was the entire reason that I even started using Bai. Next, I have a bunch of merch from Touch Within the Abyss. I read this manga earlier this year and it completely rewired my brain. Like with嫌いでいさせて, I also picked up the acrylic standee and candy keychain. I also bought this beautiful coaster and clear card. The art in this manga is absolutely beautiful. And finally, I bought a bunch of copies of some net prints from the series. Honestly, I'm not sure why anyone needs 3 copies of the same illustrations, but that's what obsession is, I guess. Then I bought this beautiful black or white acrylic panel from Bean. Surprise, surprise, I love black or white so much even now. Shin and Shige are absolutely perfect. I got this panel though because I like that it also featured their 2 main friends. Onto some danmei, I got this stunning Mr. Dior standee. Mr. Dior is such a lovely and light-hearted novel. It's about a couple going through what can sort of be described as their 7-year itch, but with a very hilarious twist. Pretty much every setting you can imagine, whether that's Omegaverse or vampires, can be found in this novel. And you'll see how that's possible once you start reading. Next, I have a Heaven Official's Blessing and the Husky and his White Cat Shizuen wedding standee from this year's Kampong anniversary event. This might sound a little weird, but I really love seeing my favorite characters in wedding attire. And the fact that both of these novels canonically have their characters in wedding robes is absolutely perfect. I also bought this gorgeous glitter acrylic quicksand block. I saw my friend buy this a little while ago and it looked so beautiful, so I wanted one for myself. Next, I have 2 artboards from A Certain Someone, one of my all-time favorite slice of life / school life BL novels. This past week, I started rereading it and it still hits the same. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend reading this novel. It's also getting a Taiwanese live-action adaptation soon. The next chunk of this video are the rest of the prints I've amassed over the last few weeks. First, I have these 3 mini prints from Shota Oni. The same friend who went to the Payback Cafe event sent me these Painter of the Night prints. I actually missed the deadline to print these out myself and I was so devastated then. You can't even imagine how happy and starstruck I was when I got these. This is a postcard that came with volume 4 of The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. I love this series and I just wanted more merch of it. Next, I have this Dragon's Betrothed postcard. I think it's from an anniversary event. They look so cute here. I just love it. These are some For My Weirdo prints. An excellent BL. I'm not sure where this baby came from though, but it's still really cute. Another gift from the same friend who gave me the Payback and Painter of the Night goodies. I have this urge to reread Cherry Blossoms After Winter because I don't remember much of the details other than the fact that I love the main character. The hottest Yoon Taejun prints ever. I'm not sure which orientation I prefer, so I have them both displayed here. The one on the right is technically the correct way, but I like the left and the POV of his chest. These are some Surge Towards You prints. I really like the Merman AU one. This is a pretty good Omegaverse story, but more than the plot, I am obsessed with the baby in this BL. He is just so cute. I also have some super adorable Dangerous Convenience Store prints. These are some Between the Star prints to celebrate Pyeol's birthday a few weeks ago. On to one of my favorite things in this haul. Next, I bought a beautiful Yona the Dawn print of my favorite dragon and best boy, Shina. Now for this Natsume print. I actually bought this thinking it was a postcard. Sure, it was a little expensive, but I thought maybe it was just rare or super high quality. Nope, it was just super huge instead. I love it even more now though, and I can't wait to frame it. I also bought this beautiful Natsume illustration from one of my favorite artists, Debbie Oak. Last but certainly not least for this video, I bought a signed copy of volume 50 of Chihayafuru. Chihayafuru is one of the most special anime in my life. I just really love all of the poetry in the series and how it connects the characters and helps them grow. This is the final volume of the series and a friend helped me find this copy. I'm so grateful to have it. And that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I feel so lucky that I'm able to splurge on my hobbies and treat myself. Even more than that, I am so lucky that I have friends who share my hobbies. I didn't get a chance to shout her out earlier in this video, but I did want to specifically thank Laura A. Grace. I mentioned earlier that this was my second time filming. After I lost the footage the first time, I was actually pretty frustrated. But Laura made a really sweet comment that encouraged me to try again. So in some ways, we owe this video to her. Again, it makes all the difference having people who support you in doing what you love. I haven't said this in a while, but I hope you're always safe, happy, and healthy. I will hopefully see you again soon.